have you learned about yourself and about the offensive line in the past 3 weeks?
I don't just. I know we gotta be better. That's that's the main thing I've taken away these past 3 weeks. I know we're fighting. I think I learned that really this last game. It wasn't going good for us, especially as OLine. We're getting up a lot of pressure, and we fought to the end of the game, and you want to win those, but it just didn't go our way at the end. But I think we're fighting and we're trying to get better. So.
Ryan, you've played left tackle before, but was the transition from right back to left maybe even more challenging than you expected it to be?
Yeah, it is. Last year I did it for Notre Dame when Branton got hurt, and last year it was kind of I was training everything, so I was used to playing and getting both sides. Was this year I was focused on right. I thought right was going to be my position the whole year. So, I thought because of last year I played pretty good at the one game of left tackle. I thought it was going to be easy transition, but there's been some tough stuff that I didn't expect. But I got 2 games under my belt. I started to really pick it up towards the second half of Clemson. I felt pretty confident, and I just need to keep stacking days and keep getting better. I had a pretty good practice today, so just keep getting better.
Right, you guys can only be so physical in practice. What can you do in those settings to get better as a group?
I just, like you said, you can only be so physical, but you just got to push it to that limit every day. And individual drills say even if we aren't going full speed, you just got to be so proud of your technique. You have to have a pride in what you do, and that's really the only way to get better is if you take the steps to get better. So you just got to have pride.
Is left tackle your future, you think? Here?
Wherever they put me, I'll play. I would love to play left, but I was starting to get pretty comfortable at right, and I found confidence in right. So wherever they stick me, I'll play. So.
As an older guy who's started most of the season, how do you help some of these new guys in the lineup get comfortable and avoid some of those procedural penalties that you guys have had in the past couple weeks?
There's nothing like experience and getting put into getting tested in actual battle. So just you got to be able to lock in on the QB snap count or whatever, and just once bullets are firing, you might see some stuff that they didn't do in practice because there's a pressure of crowd noise and the defense is making communication. So I think that's just mostly stuff that you have to learn through being battle tested, and it's just discipline really. You just got to be disciplined in practice, and what shows up in practice will show up in game. So.
How do you deal with those frustrations of those procedure penalties? How do you deal with them in practice, and what are you guys working on to, stay a bit more disciplined?
Just if you do false start, then you got push-ups, but you just can't do them really. It hurts the team. You can't start behind the sticks, or even worse, you can't be in a position to score and back yourself up 20 yards and hurt the team like that. So it's just the situation, and you just can't do it. So.
What have you seen from some of the guys that needed to step in? Jackson, Isaiah, some of those guys.
Isaiah he's so physical, and I think I heard Darbo say it's just little technique things, but he's so talented that a lot of the times, even though if say he messed up on technique, and he's so gifted that he can fix it just off talent. And then Jackson, he got into his head a little bit. I'll say that. He got one rep, and the dude got him inside, and then after that he kind of looked a little timid out there. So what I told him is just you got to be stuff's going to happen. You're not perfect. Stuff happens throughout a game. So no matter what, you just got to be you, and you just got to play ball. You can't be scared and sitting there overthinking while playing. So.
Ryan, you mentioned pride, and this is an offensive unit that was scoring a ton of points early. How have you guys come together? How are you kind of dealing with this? And what's the pride going forward here?
How do you want to finish the season? We started off 7-0, everything was going hot. Now things aren't going hot. Do you want to be known as the team that just ran off the tracks, or do you want to be remembered as a team that picked it up at the end and built some confidence going into bowl prep and then into the next season? So, we just have to start by today in practice, tomorrow in practice, and then, just take off on Saturday and show the people we're still that same team.
After the Virginia game, the holding on the 2-point play, there was a lot of talk about it wasn't hold, it was just something you do. It's like a move you have. I think Pat even said that. Is that something either you or the coaches have to sort of communicate with the refs about, look, here's this thing I do, it might look a certain way, but, it's not that?
Yeah, that's something the coaches worry about. I don't know. It's just I learned from Gabe Hoy. Like Gabe Hoy, that was his favorite move. So that's just something that I've been taught from my years here, and it's kind of my fault too. You know, I had 2 holding penalties early on in that game, and obviously, you know, if someone gets 2 penalties, the refs are probably going to be keen on you, and they were dumb penalties by me. Shouldn't even happen. So if you know that you're being looked at, just don't even do something stupid like that. I had them blocked. I didn't have to do it. So, you know, just unnecessary.
Are you still doing the move?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. You can't let someone, you know, kind of like the same thing I just said about Jackson. Just because it messes up one time, you can't be scared to do it. I was doing it throughout the whole year, and just because, you know, 1 penalty throughout the 10 games I've been doing it, you can't let it scare you.
How do you think Nate did stepping in last week?
He's a warrior. I mean, I already had so much respect for Nate, just how he's been his whole career here, stepping in like that, and to go through the beating, honestly, that we put him through like that, the hits that he took and he still battled through. You know, we owe him anything. Like he gained a lot of respect in this building for that, and you know, I wish we could have pulled it through for him. So.
Do you feel like you have that in both quarterbacks, as far as toughness and, you know, ability to take hits?
For sure. Yeah, Eli's really tough. I mean, I've seen him battle through. Like early on when our protection wasn't great, he was battling, especially that West Virginia game. You know, he kind of put us on his back in that 4th quarter. So, you know, they both have tremendous respect in this program.
What's it do for an offensive line when you know you have 2 guys that can be back there that are very tough and warriors, as you said?
It just gives you a confidence because you know, like, obviously you don't want to get him hit, like you don't want to get your QB hit, but like it's just like, you know, like maybe if it's a run, like Nate, you know, diving or putting his shoulder down to get that extra yard to get us the first down, or Eli, you know, in West Virginia, like I said, he got that first down, got up, he took a hit, and then, you know, did his little first down, hyped the crowd up. It's just something like, it gives you confidence to just go and play your game because you know that, like, they're tough and they're playing there. So, you know, just a confidence thing for us.
Anything final? Ryan,
I appreciate y'all.